And now a quick check of our starting lineups showing us who will hit the floor first.
Safe to say this game will be won or lost on the boards.
Well, it's how these teams control the game and get themselves extra possessions.
Well, not only that, but limiting their opponent's possessions. That'll be a huge key in this one.
Now here's Cardoso. Back to Carter. The shot is good. Camila Cardoso making the play.
I love watching Kennedy Carter work her way inside. She is gifted at probing and finding ways to shoot.
Here's Howard. It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her. No matter who starts the break, she's usually the one who finishes it.
And I love watching her just attack the rim at full speed like that.
Now here's Bonner. Mitchell outside. Pass to Howard. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Right wing. Caitlin Clark with the 3. That doesn't go, and she's 0 for 1 from the field. Now Vandersloot. The 3 ball. Drills it from outside.
Really known as a passer, Vandersloot can hit from long range too. And the D respecting her shot, it opens up the rest of the court.
Clark right side. Will it go? Kick out to Bonner. Pass to Howard. Second chance shot. And the ball out of play. The Sky will have it. And in the first, little over a minute and a half in.
And when you talk about Natasha Howard, you have to look at more than those scoring numbers. Her impact goes deeper than that.
I think sometimes, us as broadcasters, analysts, we can normally measure players a little bit too much with their scoring average. Howard's won 3 titles in major part because of her defense. She's won a Defensive Player of the Year, and she does so many things on the floor that don't show up in the box score.
Now here's Mitchell. Howard.
Reese defending.
And the whistle blows. It's on Reese. That's her first foul.
Yeah, she had an established position.
And that's the call you want the refs to make in that situation. If there's any doubt at all, it should be a block.
I agree. Give the offense the benefit of the doubt.
Shot's good by Clark.
Well, now we know the rim it doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, and you can just feel them getting more tense with each miss. Glad they got that first one out of the way.
Yeah, let's see if that gets them going.
Now here's Vandersloot. Outside Carter. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They've been playing very smart offensively in the first half. I think that's safe to say.
The numbers support that. They're shooting much better percentage from the field.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
Howard. Mitchell. Stolen by Carter. Here's the break. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Their offenses come together immediately. They're threatening to run away with this game.
I can't imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they can even come close, look out.
To pick up and keep this offensive pace would be insane. I mean, the only explanation is someone must have gotten their signals crossed if he winds up that wide open in 3-point range. And I'm sure that was not the plan.
Now here's Carter. She's got 8. Screened by Cardoso. Shot from 6. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2. And at 6'7", the strength and size of Camila Cardoso, so tough to handle.
Well, she puts that frame to work, doesn't she? She's a force inside and a very exciting young player.
She hits both from the stripe.
And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
Now here's Hull. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Rebound Chicago.
I think that was temporary insanity. I don't know.
Do you think she realizes that there's a game going on right now? Because I'm not so sure.
Good. And there are more points onto an early lead that just keeps on growing.
And a nice lead it is. And it's no mystery how they've done it. They are attacking that bucket.
And a shot by Clark, no good. Here's Vandersloot. Her shot is good, making her a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
The shot by Boston, no good.
Terrific job defending the basket that time. It's not an easy task stopping her when she's headed to the rim.
A popular topic in WNBA circles, player rights.
Yeah, the league has made some major strides in terms of freedom of movement, free agency, and also off-the-floor benefits.
Plus, we've seen salary increases, so it's been great to see these advances the last few years.
That one is no good. And how about Chicago in that 24 draft, taking Angel Reese 7th overall?
We're talking about a player who averaged a double-double her last 3 years in college. But maybe most importantly for the Sky, Reese brings attitude, leadership, and gives them an identity.
Carter misses.
Oh, man, that's one she'd like to have over.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Howard. Clark with it. Down low. Here's Carter. Drops in the layup for 2.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Inside. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Ariel Atkins. To the paint. Good. First shot, first basket. Here's the Fever with the ball. 17-point game. Pass to Howard. Makes it off the glass.
We've seen this before. Howard playing with some power down low. Pushes right past the contact to the bucket.
And here's Banham. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
When she gets it in her head that she's going to score, it's very hard for the defense to do anything about it.
Clark outside. Howard, Onyenwede covering. Clark outside. Back to Howard. The layup off target. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Sky out in front, leading by 17. And we'll get the second quarter. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And for the Sky here, they've been putting on a show for us.
They've come out of the gate strong and put in a solid first quarter.
A lot of good looks for them on offense so far. Just quality shots.
Now here's Cunningham. She's covered closely. And off target as she starts the game 0 for 1. And the foul called on Damiris Dantas. That is her first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Nurse. And it's Cunningham with the rebound. Boston sets a screen. Cunningham with it. She's picked up by Reese. Yep, that goes.
The endless motor of Sophie Cunningham. So tough to guard. She's always moving.
Allen with it. To the inside. Reese. Up top, Williams. Here's Banham. The three-pointer is on target.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
Here's Colson. Chicago with the rebound. Pass to Williams. And she makes that one.
Well, this is where she makes her money, in the paint. Williams can score many different ways down low.
So much excitement around this rookie class, including 6'3" Angel Reese. Good luck keeping her off the boards.
Lots of people excited about Angel Reese. We don't normally see rookies come into the league with an elite skill, but Reese already might be the best rebounder in the entire league. She set a college record with 34 double-doubles in a single season, winning a national title that year as well, back in 2023.
Here's Colson. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Pass to Banham and stolen by Boston. Hull. She's covered by Allen. Here's Cunningham. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
Here's Allen. Now Williams. Here's Reese. She's guarded by Dantas. The shot. The shot by Nurse. No good.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Pass to Boston. Dantas, right side. Now Colson shoots a three.
And it's Angel Reese with the rebound.
Here's Allen.
That's in there. Angel Reese with the assist.
They've got to be careful not to give a shooter of her caliber open looks like that, because one or two of those are all it takes to really get her going.
To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Colson. Turnaround Jay.
Boston.
Here's Dantas.
And nice D from Angel Reese.
And it's Dantas with the foul. That'll be her second foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot to produce the layup.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly right there to get the quick hitter.
Here's Mitchell. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Drafted back in 2018, Kelsey Mitchell has spent her entire career with Indiana.
Yeah, and the Fever have yet to make the playoffs with her on the team. It's made Kelsey really overlooked. Quietly, she's carried their offense over the years, put up big numbers, and was an all-star in 2023.
And Mitchell understands her role on this team. She's out there to score as often as she can.
Cardoso open. Mitchell grabs the board.
You know, that's a quality look right there. Just a little off with her release.
Yeah, and that has her shaking her head. I mean, no way around it. That's a tough miss.
Here's Carter. It's good, and there's a block called on the play. She'll go to the line for one more.
Wow, Carter has crazy ball handling skills. Can change directions in an instant.
And this is her second trip to the line tonight. The Sky making a switch here.
At the line for the Sky, Kennedy Carter. One shot.
And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W.
Chicago in total control. Pass to Vandersloot. Double team on Courtney Vandersloot.
Cardoso.
Off the mark there with the 3.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Here's Fagenle.
Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Vandersloot outside. Pass to Atkins. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Cardoso.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
Clark outside. Picked by Dantas. Pulls up. A rebound by the Sky.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Fourth team foul. Checking in for your fever. Boston.
Chicago in total control. Pass to Reese. Here's Cardoso. To the middle. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Now here's Mitchell. Defended by Atkins. Kicks it out to Clark. Fires from deep. Here's Boston. Oh, Cardoso with the block. 4 on the shot clock. And a shot by Clark, no good.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
Here's Cardoso. Howard with the rebound. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Defended by Atkins. Stolen by Reese. Vandersloot left side. 11 feet out. Oh, and she just knocked down the buzzer beater. Wow.
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose the possession.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Sky opening a huge gap. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Really an incredible game from Carter.
She was successful just about every time she drove the lane in the first half. She was on a mission.
It really was. You know, aggressive, attacking basketball at its very best is what we just saw. Just so fun to watch.
We love it.
And coaching so difficult in this league. What do you think is an underrated skill for head coaches?
Motivation. I mean, there are so many games. The travel is difficult. So having your team at close to 100% is big. Making sure they're locked in.
And I think it's rotations and fitting the pieces together. You want to find out what the best combinations are, because it's about more than just throwing talent out there.
Shows good mobility for a big. Natasha Howard has a knack for getting to the rim.
Outside Atkins. The three bangs home the trifecta.
Well, she shot the ball well, but she hasn't shot it enough. The more shots she gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And she was camped there in the lane, and she gets a 3-second call.
Goes to Chicago.
And so it's Chicago with it. 90 seconds into the second half now. Vandersloot left side. Pass to Cardoso. Carter with it. She's covered by Mitchell. Back to Cardoso. That's in. Coming off an assist from Kennedy Carter.
What vision from Carter. Able to survey the court, find the open player.
Boston, covered by Cardoso. Caitlin Clark outside. Buries it from three-point range.
She will make you throw your hands up as a defender. It just frustrates you because you just don't know how to play her.
Top pick in the 2023 draft, Aaliyah Boston more than delivered her rookie season.
Oh, you can say that. I mean, she wasn't just Rookie of the Year. Aaliyah was also an all-star, led the W in field goal percentage, top 10 in key metrics for a center, rebounding and blocks. I mean, what more can you ask from the top overall pick in Aaliyah Boston?
A capable distributor, Atkins is able to see the big picture within the game.
Here's Clark. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Courtney Vandersloot.
The 2024 top pick, Caitlin Clark. We've never seen a player enter the league with her level of hype, and it's deserved.
It's crazy. I mean, you're talking about Caitlin Clark setting the scoring record for career points in college, shattering viewership records as well. Lots of people excited to see Clark in the W.
And she makes both free throws.
And one thing about this Chicago team, they play hard, they play with effort.
They have such a great mindset. It's a tough one. They don't give up anything easily. And that starts with their young bigs. They set the tone. If you're going to play this Sky team, you are in for a battle. You have to make sure your feet are set. When you set those screens, or they'll get you for it.
I thought maybe she was set. Now, I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think maybe they got that one wrong.
Here's Boston. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, you just can't give her that kind of position at the post.
When she gets in that good of a position, it's just so hard to stop her.
A 3 from Kennedy Carter. And that comes off the assist by Courtney Vandersloot.
A great three-point shooter in college, Carter is trying to gain consistency from beyond the arc as a pro as well.
And they double up Kelsey Mitchell. Deflected. Here's Bonner. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Clark back to Mitchell. Shoots over Carter. Shot by Mitchell. No good.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
Takes a step back. 2.
When Carter catches fire, she stays after it. This aggressive mindset is what allows her to pour the points on, dominate on offense.
Boston sets a screen.
To the paint.
A rebound by Camila Cardoso.
Atkins up top. Bonner defending. Kept alive.
She got ahead of herself there and just lost her concentration. At least that's what I think.
Clark outside. Again, the miss by the Fever. Now here's Atkins. Defense is right there. And it's Chicago with another.
Muscling her way through. Don't you dare count Ariel Atkins out.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. Pass to Clark to end the run. And no good.
Atkins with it, and it's Boston picking her up. Now it's Reese. Picked by Reese.
To the inside.
That's in, coming off an assist from Kennedy Carter.
Textbook. Nice pass, nice catch, nice shot.
Back to Bonner. Vandersloot with the steal. Left side, Atkins. Pass to Carter. Vandersloot with it. Just 5 on the clock.
Back to Cardoso.
Shoots from the right block. Out to Vandersloot for 3. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
I love when Vandersloot lets it fly without hesitating. This is where she's most dangerous.
Bonner left side. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
seconds, team foul.
She's been in this league for a decade and a half now, but DeWanna Bonner is still going strong.
Yeah, that's maybe her greatest attribute, her consistency of excellence. She can do a lot of things at a high level, and you always love to see her activity level at both ends. She's a coach's dream.
And so she hits both. Here's Banham. She's got 7. Launches it. The Fever pull it in. Dantas. She's guarded by Williams.
Really, she's had a nose for the ball. She's their top rebounder.
Well, she has been today, no question. Just unbelievable effort that she's showing on the glass.
Pass to Onion Wade.
There's the triple.
The shot is good. Camila Cardoso making the play.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Sky running away with this one. And we'll return shortly. And thanks again for joining us. We'll see what happens in the fourth. Jefferson with it. Pass to Williams. Back to Jefferson. The tray. And Bonner pulls it down. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. She's covered by Jefferson. Back to Mitchell. Dantas the screen. Here's the 3. And Kelsey Mitchell gets the 3.
And, you know, sometimes it just comes down to feel. Mitchell has a sense for the game that others don't.
Here's Kia Nurse from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there,
It's
Tim.
been a lot of fun to watch.
The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. And another 3 for Indiana.
Well, a consistent three-point shooter like Mitchell always has an answer. She goes right to the line and strikes back.
Onion Wade, shot is good.
She did so well to lead her teammate right to the ideal spot. That's the kind of playmaking coaches like to see.
And the ball out of play, the Sky will have it.
That is such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game.
And the Fever making a change here. Nurse outside. Jefferson outside. From 13. And there are the Sky with another bucket.
Well, I love when Jefferson hits the mid-range. It's a shot that's perfect for her game.
DeWanna Bonner on the wing.
On the wing, Sophie Cunningham.
Back to Bonner. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Williams. Inside. Here's Banham. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Kia Nurse.
Well-executed possession and a well-controlled shot.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Chicago with the rebound.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The team got lucky.
Well, Jefferson can be a keen passer. Get this open, and she'll find you.
Mitchell outside. To halt the run. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there.
Personal foul.
And it's on Mariah Jefferson. And obviously the addition of Caitlin Clark to the Fever, that brought lots of extra attention.
I mean, Fever tickets are as hot as any in American sports, no matter what league. Clark bringing so much hype, and basketball fans everywhere are tuned in to see her every move, and by extension the Fever as well.
And she knocks down the first one.
And as you watch the continued development of the WNBA, it feels like length matters a lot these days.
Well, you're seeing teams putting a major emphasis on getting longer players. It really helps you on the defensive end.
Oh, yeah. With how skilled players are these days and the amount of threes teams take, length can certainly neutralize that.
Well, there's hot guys, and there's really hot. They can't miss.
Sometimes an individual will go on a shooting tear like this, but a whole team?
This is special, Brian.
Boston sets a screen.
Caitlin Clark with the three. Again, the miss by the Fever.
Here's Garantes.
Bonner defending. There's the foul. It's on Howard. That is her first foul of the game.
That's a frustration foul right there.
And that's not her best moment. Obviously, no one on their team is happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking it out on your opponent.
Jefferson, right side. Clock at 6. Williams. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance points, they're just like bonus points if you can get them.
Tries to break her ice. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And guys, this is something we were just talking about off the air, but Caitlin Clark is one of the most hyped basketball players that we've ever seen.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the WNBA. When you talk about the most hyped rookies, I think you probably have to go back to 2003 when LeBron went first overall. Basically, it's going to be really fun to see how Caitlin Clark's career goes.
Beyond the arc.
They get it back.
Here's Allen. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Perseverance, it always pays off on the offensive glass.
Down low. Mitchell, shot's good.
It's almost like she was born to score. Mitchell consistently finds a way to put points on the board. What a skill.
And the call will be against Kelsey Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for her.
Second team foul.
Now Jefferson. Tries it from 16. And there the Sky with another bucket. Indiana with the ball. Clark outside.
Here's Boston. The shot is good on the assist from Caitlin Clark.
And it's the Sky ball. Pass to Allen. And here is Nurse. Allen, she's covered by Mitchell. Nurse outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And everyone knows that Nurse can shoot it from distance. She likes to shake free from beyond the arc.
Inside. And stolen by Onyenwere.
Now here's Jefferson.
Nurse outside. Pass to Allen.
Now here's Onyenwere.
The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Natasha Howard. Here's Mitchell. It falls for her 7th bucket of the contest. She's 7 for 9 today.
You'll see her hit from very deep, but she isn't a one-trick pony. Mitchell has the skills plus toughness to score inside, too.
Back to Jefferson. With nobody on her, she buries the jumper.
That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Here's Mitchell. And another basket for Indiana.
Well, their offense is kicking the gear, but it's come just a little too late.
I think it may be, but at least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively, but too bad it's past the point where it'll do them much good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pass to Allen. Jefferson. 4 on the clock. Over Boston. Jefferson, no good. Here's the Fever with the ball. Clark outside. From outside the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Jefferson outside. No problem for Chicago as they get the win. And this crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Boy, I mean, for us too, it was shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.